Hello, Ronnie.
Hello, Demetrius. How are you?
I'm very well. Man, it's so great seeing your face.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic.
You think it's that fantastic? My wife don't think so. Well, anyway,
No, I don't believe that.
you don't believe that, all right?
No.
Good to
Let's
see you, Demetrius. Yeah, yeah,
let's not say tell lies in this interview, right?
yeah. Okay, that's all right. That's a deal. We got a deal. I just gotta make it a little bigger here. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. All right. How are you? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Chicago.
Okay, Chicago. Yeah.
Last time we talked together was 2019, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Lots of water has run under the bridge, right?
Oh, it has. It has. But you're sending out in Greece, right, or whatever. What
Oh
was that?
yeah. I
Yeah.
guess my name gives that away, right?
Oh, absolutely. This was the first thing I thought about. That you were Greek.
Oh
So
yes, and I've seen Pretty Maids in Greece. Oh,
it's got to be a couple of years ago.
oh, more than that. I would like to say decade. So
I'd say the last time we played in Greece was 2010. Actually, I think it was we played Athens and Thessaloniki.
yes,
So
yes, you are absolutely correct.
yeah, yeah, with Firehouse. Was that it? Or we played there on our own in 2007 as well. I think.
Um, I don't know.
I've been there a
Talking,
lot of times on vacation. I can tell you.
talking about decades makes you feel kind of old, but we are not old.
Oh no, 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 no! Just close to 60. There's no age.
How have you been? I mean, I don't want to dwell about the health issues, but how have you been?
I'm fine. I mean, I'm fine. I mean, otherwise, I'm just basically, I'm just happy to be here, you know. So I'm actually feeling better than I've done for a long time. I have a lot of sequelae, like some nerve damage, and I got some asthma, bronchitis, chronic asthma, which is like sequelae from the all the treatments I had from immune therapy and stuff like that. But I'm here, man. I'm alive, and I'm still writing, singing, recording, and now I'm going out to play a couple of shows here in November. So I'm fine.
I'm not sure if it's appropriate to ask, but did you have extra difficulty singing and recording?
No, actually, I don't because I just because we're gonna do these gigs, so I just got start training every day, you know, singing the songs and stuff like that. Walking around here when I'm alone at home, going through the songs and stuff like that, and my voice is absolutely really good shape right now. So
It sounds like it in Trinity, man. It's
yeah, but thank you, but it is actually, and you know, the first thing when I got sick in 2019, you know, I never thought I'd be able to sing again because I was thinking they'd move some of my take away a part of my lungs, you know, and I'll have difficulties in breathing and stuff like that. And actually, I could not sing until in the spring of 2020, you know, where I realized that I got the pipes back because I was coughing a lot, you know, and feeling weak because of chemo and treatments and stuff like that. But it got back, and I did the first shot, one shot album, you know. And since that, I've been doing 3 albums. I've been doing a NORDIC UNION album. I've been touring with Avatasia and stuff like that. So, no, I'm still going wrong. No, strong.
so. How did you approach the 3 albums? Did you work on the first one? Then you said, "Okay, that sounds okay. We can keep going." And then you kept going, album by album, or did you separate those sessions?
No, I mean, when I did the first album, I wasn't really sure that I'd actually, you know, be alive when it came out. So we did everything the opposite way around. You know, we did a demo and the arrangement of. I wrote the song, of course, did a demo, and I did my vocal parts, and the rest of the guys played after that, and we actually kept doing it like that ever since. You know, because now it's the new black, you know. But no, so yeah, no, it's just I mean, well, the world was in a lockdown for a year and a half or two, you know, and all I actually could do was to write some music, and I got plenty of ideas. I still got a lot of ideas, and it's like the well is not dried up yet, you know, and I'm still working on new songs now and then. So it just became 3 albums. I think it's very rare. I know it is very rare that that any artist put out 3 albums in 3 years these days. I mean, normally.
No, it's also the NORDIC Union, so you put out 4 albums.
That's true, yeah. But I mean, I didn't write the songs on the Nordic Union album. That was written by Eric Martinson. I wrote a couple of lyrics, and that was it. So yeah, I've just been it. You know, it's a good way for me to always have something positive to focus on. You know, to set goals for myself. You know, if you can dream it, you can do it. You know, basically, and that's what I do. So now I'm setting goals for myself next year, 2024. You know, it's going to be, I want to go back on the road and stuff and play as many gigs as possible. And so that's what I'm aiming for in 2024. I'll probably write some new material as well. Maybe I'll record something. I don't know. When I say set new goals for myself, also, I feel that I cannot plan too far away ahead. You know, I still got a incurable disease, you know, but I'm not letting it bring me down. You know, I'm positive, and I think I got to be positive, and I always have to focus on something good, you know, and that's music.
Absolutely, and in fact, no one can plan.
That's
a
true.
lot,
No.
right?
It's true, because I mean, we could go down with the plane or be run over by a truck tomorrow.
You never know, and it sounds a little bit oxymoron, but people like yourself who have this battle in front of you, you tend to be speaking so wise, right? And we have to listen. We have to do that. We have to take care of ourselves now. We have to live in the now, right? And not, as you said, plan 5 years from now.
No, you can't. That's true. But the thing is that when you're young and healthy, or mid-age or healthy, you don't think about that. And you know, that is exactly the message I've been trying to, to bring along, because I didn't think about it myself. I thought I was fucking immortal, until the shit hit the fan, and so that's pretty much what some of the lyrics on actually more or less all 3 albums is about. But if you take the second album, Make It Count, that's what the whole Make It Count title track, the lyrics is all about. We got to appreciate every day we wake up. Actually, we should appreciate it, because you never know what's going to happen.
Parenthesis, I think that we are cowards and we don't want to think about bad things.
No, that's true. And why should you? If you're young and feeling good, I mean, the last thing you're thinking about is death. And why should you do that? But the thing is, it's true that, everything can happen to all of us. But it's just like, I got to say, when it's written down on paper, or it's written in your journal, that you got a stage 4 cancer, and then you just start thinking a little bit more about life, and the purpose and what to get out of life, But I basically, it's not like that I said to myself, now I'm going to go to this place in the world, and now I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there and see that and this and that. No, the most important thing for me was actually to maintain my daily life as much as possible.
Yeah,
it was music anyway. I mean, I've been around the world anyway, but some people would say, we got to go to this place or that place, and still there's a lot of things on my bucket list. But then I just gotta keep myself alive, and pray to God that He'll help me.
Music-wise, Trinity sounds a little bit heavier than the previous 2. Where do you think that additional heaviness come from?
Well, basically, I had some ideas that I wrote on guitar. I mean, some of the music I do is written on a piano, and some of the music is written on, a distorted guitar or an acoustic guitar. But this time it just happened that I had some riffs, that turned out pretty cool, and wrote the songs out from that. And then I had some other parts and what that would fit in there. And so it's not really anything that was in particularly planned. That was just the way it turned out, The most important thing for me is just that it's 10, 11 good songs. But of course, I'd like to keep some kind of balance on the album. I can't write I'll put out 11 ballads, I easily could, because I got a lot of ideas for that stuff as well, But, I said that a million times before. Well, the thing is, when you got a good song and the melody sticks in your head, you've got something going. Then it's a matter of package, how you wrap it up, which direction you want it to take, because even a ballad, if you got the right melody and the right hook line and stuff like that, you can turn into a heavy song, whatever,
Yes. One thing that I really love in practically everything that you have worked in is, when we say that these are simple structure songs, simple songs, right? With a chorus and a refrain and so forth. But to me, those are the most difficult songs to write, because those are the songs that stick with you, right? You will remember that hook, that riff, that melody. You will not remember a freaking 20-minute song that has so many changes, right? So that is very difficult to achieve.
Yeah, but I am simple. I mean, I grew up with the music of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and I'm very much inspired by it. And basically, I'm a pop animal. Oh, no, I'm just a fan of a good melody. And that's what I said. If you got the right melody, because that's what people normally listen to in a song. Sometimes it's the guitar riff. If we're talking Smoke on the Water or Enter Sandman or something like that, you remember the riff as much as you remember anything else in the song, and that's very hard to come up with as well. But I remember the first time we signed with CBS Record, it was called back then. They said that the A&R guy just said, hey, you just got to learn to spell to hit. Then you've come a long way in this business. What is a hit? I'm pretty sure some of these songs on this album and the two previous albums, and in fact a lot of the Pretty Maids songs could potentially have been hit in the 80s, because it came out when the hair metal thing happened and stuff like that. But these are different times, because basically it's pretty old school what I'm doing. I never said anything else. And if some people say it's very 80s, very old school, and I say thank you very much. I take that as a compliment, because there was a lot of good music from that era,
Yeah,
from
absolutely, absolutely. And it's not a surprising thing to notice that those are the songs that we do remember and we turn back to. So this is why while listening to Trinity, I got this sweet nostalgia, that this is something that you remember well, but it's not a note to the past. It's still relevant, but it triggers all those nice memories.
Yeah. But I mean, well, it's difficult for me to say where it comes from, but I guess it's basically, I mean, writing a song. If you're a songwriter, I mean, I guess it's somehow it's a gift of birth or whatever,
Yes.
Then I'm probably lacking a lot of other things. But I had that as a present when I was born. But as I said, I'm very much inspired by all kinds of stuff. I grew up with my elder sibling. They played a lot of the Beatles, Bee Gees, a lot of ABBA and stuff. I grew up with stuff, Electric Light Orchestra, Queen. As much I love all that shit. But also, damn man, the first 6 Black Sabbath albums. With Ozzy, I love Ozzy. Led Zeppelin, the new wave of British Judas Priest, all kinds of stuff. I like heavy shit, like sometimes, like when I'm going to the gym, I train a little bit, I listen to Gojira or Pantera or Metallica, whatever, So I'm really, really wide when it comes to music, But the good song is a necessity for me.
Good, there are no boundaries in good music. And unfortunately, we have to grow up a little bit to acknowledge that, because, during the 80s, we had thrash, nothing else. Everything else was crap.
Yeah. That's how it is, That's how it is.
What input did you give to Kai to draw the cover artwork of Trinity?
Actually, I just gave him the title, I mean, Kai is always more or less spot on. You get like maybe 10 different sketches or something like that, and then you can kind of say, yeah, I like this, and then he works out from that. So there's not really a concept about it. I just thought when I looked at that particularly, he did quite a lot of good sketches, but I looked at that one particularly, there was something that made it fit to Trinity. Then we did a few things and stuff like that, but there's no concept about it. There's not really a concept. He's the same thing with Pretty Maids, Actually, the funny story about Kai is that you're basically only in contact with him by mail. I never spoke to the guy, and I never spoke to the guy. Only on email. Only ever on email. So it's weird, And I worked with him since we did the Pandemonium album.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
so, I haven't spoken to him, but I mean, if I should judge him from my email, he's a super nice guy and very talented too.
It's bizarre. I mean, if I were drawing stuff for you, for the band, I would love to talk to you and see what the lyrics are about, right? Even to get some.
Exactly.
Amazing.
That's true.
Speaking about lyrics, To whom are you addressing to Ode to a Madman?
Well, that's a couple of them today, isn't there?
Yeah.
I say he lives east from where I live, you know. I mean, it's basically, I think the Ukraine war, I was inspired quite a bit because it's been so much over the news all the time and television. And I think what's going on is horrible. And I think it's horrible that some of the world leaders today are tyrants and dictators, whether it's Vladimir Putin or it's Xi Jinping or it's Kim Jong-un, you know, there's enough of them, you know. So whoever of those guys feel that that song is dedicated to them, they're right. But to be honest, I actually had Putin in my mind when I wrote those lyrics, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Because I mean, I think it's a fucking horrible world, you know. But listen, I'm a news freak, and I read and I see a lot of documentaries about history and politics and stuff like that. So that's always been very dear to me to write about. You know, I like to write about things that concerns us Homo sapiens, normal people, something that ordinary people can relate to, instead of writing about Dungeons and Dragons and science fiction, because I'm not very good at writing about that. It doesn't interest me, and all respect to those who does. But I just like to write about things that goes on in our world and that should concern us. I'm not trying to be political, and also I write love songs or other personal songs. On this song, on the album, there's a couple of personal stuff. And some of the lyrics are about, you know, how I perceive life today. You know, like what if is about what comes after this, and now back to what we just talked about before. And you start thinking about when you have the same journal as I have, you start thinking about what we're here for, and you know, what's the meaning behind the whole thing?
Yeah.
What comes after this? And, yeah, and you know, a couple of songs of the new album is about the same kind of theme. Other songs are about, like Soul Divine, which is a very, it's from the heart, a song written to my little grandchild, who was born in August last year, and the song was written straight out of that, and she was truly the inspiration. The lyrics I wrote a little bit later, but she's been there. It meant a lot to me because I didn't see it coming. So she just brings such a fresh and so much happiness and love and innocence into the world, you know. She does, like everybody other newborn kids does, you know. So it varies a bit what I write about.
What's going on in Via Dolorosa? First of all, that was meant to be an intro to Godless, or was a separate composition?
Via Dolorosa was written, I think, as far back as 2000, 2001, when I had a little studio basement down, you know, with cassette tapes in my basement. And I always loved that melody and an idea, actually. And actually, I played on it myself. I had it on the mini disc, but I couldn't find the mini disc. But I could still remember the melody in my head, you know. So I simply sent the melody, mimed it note by note, to the guitarists and Chris, and he played the keyboards, and he wrote it note for note as I mimed it. So that was actually a separate. I just thought it fitted pretty well into the song "Godless," considering that. And Via Dolorosa is the road to pain, is the road that Jesus walked on his way to Golgotha, right? And the title I just had, it was just one of these titles I had in my notes, and I just thought it felt, because it's a little melancholic and a little sad.
Oh yeah, it's dark and a bit of heavy. I mean, honestly, yeah. This was the first one that I kept listening before even moving to the next one. And I like how you have chosen the sequence of songs, because you're trying to have a kind of a dark one and then a kind of a happy one with a positive. You're trying to mix things up, right?
Yeah, because I mean, I write all these different kind. It depends on what mood I'm in, you know, and it depends on. I mean, you know, the lyrics is always led by the vibe of the song. You know, if you write a song on a piano, you sometimes tend to write a ballad or something like that, you know. But the vibe of the song actually decides the direction of where the lyrics are going, you know. So that's how it is. Like, if you can dream it, you can do it. It's a happy, easy 3-chord song, kind of, you know. But when I had that chorus, which is probably 2 or 3 years old or something, it kept staying in my head, you know. I said, I just got to get that one off my system, you know.
Yes.
And I have these chords that fit to it. It's very, it could have been a Bryan Adams song, I guess, or something, and whatever, you know. But yeah, I try to actually spend quite some time when I do these running orders for albums, which I always did, also in Pretty Maids, I always came up with the suggestions for it. Of course, we had to agree on it, and this time I also used Chris Laney, who's producing this, he's my partner in this. You know, so I said it to him, "What do you think about this?" But normally we're pretty on the same page, whatever, you know, musically and running order wise as well. You know.
Touring plans. You have live dates on November.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's looking forward to go and do that. And then I'm going to do some more gigs next year. Hopefully, I'm going to do a couple of gigs in this. We're going to Japan actually in February with my own band here, and we go. And I hope we can do some more European dates in March, April, May, maybe. And then we're going to do some festivals. But that's still being booked. But we already got a couple, and let's take it from there, you know. And let's see what's happening.
Is there any chance to cross the Atlantic?
Yeah, I think I might go to New York on holiday.
Come on, man.
No, we haven't talked about that. It's very, very. I mean, a lot of people ask, why don't you ever come to America? The thing is that it's so difficult just to get a work.
Yes.
And I just know from Toby when Avantasia was there. I've been touring with Avantasia for 10 years as well, you know. And I just know that the 2 times we've been there, it cost a fortune. I mean, it was really, it was great when we played there. But and the great fans and stuff like that. But he just said it cost a fortune to do it, you know. So you really got to have a lawyer and everything. And so I haven't really. I would love to. Seriously, I would really love to. But it's not something we've discussed so far, you know.
Okay. What about?
Let's see.
Go on. Sorry.
No, but maybe I'll do some. Also, I'm a little about traveling, going, you know, to jump to the other side of the pond these days. I did South America with Avantasia this year in the spring, and you know, all the traveling and stuff like it's pretty hard on me these days, you know, because I get more tired than I used to.
Yes.
But I won't rule anything out at all. Let's see. Last time we played in America with Pretty Maids were in Pro Power, like 2012 or something like that. And then we done these Monsters of Rock cruises and stuff like that, which I also actually was invited to do here in a couple of months. But so far I declined because I can't see myself out on open sea for 5-6 days at the moment.
What about Pretty Maids? Any chance to go back to the studio?
Well, we haven't talked about new music at all. Actually, we haven't talked a lot the last 4 or 5 years. You know, there's been some issues, and you know, it's a long marriage. But I actually met with Ken not so long ago, and we talked about maybe doing something next year, some concerts, just gigs.
That is the 14th anniversary of Red Hot and Heavy next
year. And it actually is, yeah. Just somebody else mentioned that to me. I forgot about that. It's so many years ago, man. No, let's see. Well, let's see what happens, you know. I think everybody would like to go out and play some of the songs, at least, I mean, if not at least for the fans, you know. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I can't confirm anything, but I won't rule it out. I can't rule it out. No.
Last question. I think I've seen that you open your shows, the Ronnie Atkins shows, with Monty Python's Always Look on the Bright Side of Life.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun to do, considering everything, you know, to be a little humoristic, you know, and again to take the piss out of my own situation. I just want people to be happy, you know, because I actually realized in the last tour there were people. And that really touched my heart, you know, because there were people in the audience, like when I did like One Shot or Make It Count, there were people crying, you know. And I did signed some autographs and stuff after, and people were hugging me and so glad to see you. And I got so much love from, you know, from the social medias, as from fans, which has meant an awful lot to me in when I was in Pit, you know, and through the hard times. So yeah, so it was just to take a little bit of that away and just see, hey man, I'm still around, man, and I still got my humor intact. Well, that's why we did it. I probably won't do it on the next tour, but anyway.
Ronnie, I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate the music.
Thanks.
How much I appreciate you as a singer and for what you're doing right now. And I don't know, man, I'm trying not to get
sentimental.
Sentimental, yes, we are metalheads, man. We are not doing that.
No. We're metal. We're metal. That's what
there you go. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I don't know. I hope we were just talking about with my wife about coming to Denmark to see you live, but Not sure if we can make it, but let's put a pin on that.
It's a long way. It's a long way.
Yes,
But,
we will see you live, no matter what.
Thank you, Demetrius. It was nice talking to you, man. Thanks for having me on the program. So,
absolutely, absolutely. Stay healthy.
thank you very much. You too.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.